All right, howdy everybody. First things first, I'm not wearing a hat. I feel naked. Second, today we're setting a skunk trap. I'm using this old dog proof. I've got 4 or 5 skunks off of it. Actually within a mile or two from here. Really big skunk problem right here for some reason. All a dog proof trap is simple spring setup. We push this down, lock it into place with this arm. Caught in a hook back here, okay? Inside is a little trigger. Critters that eat with their hands will reach in to pull out whatever bait you put inside. And when they do, they'll lift up on that trigger, which will actually just release this, grabbing their arm. Grabs their arm, they can't go anywhere. And then you gotta make sure that you're good and staked in. Okay? So, simple as that. I don't even really drive this into the ground very much. So I want them to be able to pull it out and have a little bit of wiggle room. But I do stake it into the ground with this. With skunks, animals like that, it's not super important that this is really well ground because we're really well hidden because it's not gonna deter them. I'm using simple sardines as bait. Normally I put them in before I drive the trap down, but I forgot to. And I tore the tab off. Never leave home without a pocket knife, boys. Clean that before we put it back in my pocket. Okay, smelly sardines. I like to take the sardine trash and use it to also be part of the scent trail. I brought a latex glove for this portion. Just because I have stuff to do today. Don't want to be smelling like sardines. From here, you just drop it down in the trap. Don't really get your finger in there. If you go beyond it, it will grab your finger as well. Okay, sardines come with lots of juices. Like to use that to start to create a scent trail. Track some back. Track some back. She believes it's coming from under this portable shed. So that is our plan. We leave it, see what happens. But anyway, let's go to the professor and see if he knows anything about skunks. Hello everybody, Professor here. You ever driving down the road and you catch a whiff of something with your snuffleupagus snout and think to yourself, that kind of smells like the shaggy-haired kid that dropped out of my high school algebra class? Well, no, it's probably not Dealer Dan, he's in prison. What you're dealing with is probably a skunk, and you should stay away from it. Dealing with a skunk is a lot like trying to get back together with your ex-girlfriend. It's stupid, and you're just going to end up crying in the shower. Or, so I've been told. But anyway, a couple things that you need to know about a skunk. First is that they actually don't want to spray you, okay? If they spray you, that's their main line of defense. And it takes a skunk 8 to 10 days to reload those scent glands to be able to defend themselves from something else. So they really want to make sure that you're a threat. So they don't want to spray you, but if they do, they can spray up to 15 to 20 feet. So you want to make sure that you keep a safe distance. Again, messing with the skunks is not for an average person. Leave it to Big Jeff. Find him at Robinson Pest Control, Fox Hills Trapping. Let him take care of your skunks. But that's it for today. You're welcome. See you next time. So I'm at a property that in video 2 you saw me scout out and cut shooting lane for. I'm also an avid turkey hunter. Excited about the season. But I never thought I'd have a property where it might be this easy. What's going on here, guys? What are y'all doing? Pretty sure those are farm turkeys. Go back. 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 Go back Okay, so I only got a couple clips of me walking in. I told you guys in another video, I said, this is what it's like hunting with Jeff, and I showed you that I had lost one of my gloves. Well, both gloves are now here. Both gloves are present, but I get here today, drive all the way to the new property that I'm hunting that you saw in the second video, and realize that I can't find my bow release. No clue where it is. So I have to rush all the way back home, start digging through my gear. I find this cheap thumb release that I've never even used before, never shot before, never shot one like it. I tried to throw one arrow down with it, couldn't really figure it out. Pressed it harder when I set. It's kind of complicated to set unless I'm doing it wrong. And got it to set, shot an arrow with it. It said good enough, ran out here, so I got out later than I planned. And then you don't see him. He's roaming around in the field behind me back there. Where the property owner's St. Bernard has followed me all the way out to the stand. Over a quarter-mile walk out to the stand. I'm set behind a little bit. I've lost my regular release. But I'm going to say it again. A bad day in the woods is better than no day in the woods. So I'm excited to see what this property is going to yield for us. I think there's deer here. I know there's does here. I know there's turkeys here. I'll actually put some pictures here of stuff I've already got on trail camera here. And you guys can check those out. But I think I'm still in early enough to salvage this, and hopefully I can figure out how to shoot this release. You guys weren't here when I went in. I mean you no harm. Please let me pass. Go on. Just let me through. For those of you that can't tell, I'm hunting on a big black Angus farm. And they moved this way for the night. And I didn't even think about it. I heard them all. But, hey, bud, don't you turn on me. Nope. Nope. Whoo, that got me going. She was not happy to see me. What a hunt, boys. What a hunt. And gals. All right. I'm going to kill this off. Oh. All right. I'm going to shut this down. We'll have a little post wrap up in the all-purpose Sonata. See ya. Okay, we're back in the all-purpose Sonata for the post-hunt wrap up. It was pretty good. I was frustrated going in. I think I kind of shared that at the beginning. I lost my bow release. I got here, was gearing up and heading into the woods, could not find my bow release. Had to run back home, about a 12-minute drive, jump out, check all my storage area, found this release, thumb release that was given to me a long time ago with a bow that I bought that I've never used, never shot one like it. Couldn't even figure out how to use it at first. Finally got an arrow slung down with it, brought it with me. I get out here, I realize that I've lost I don't know where my flashlight is. I think I left it at home. A couple other things. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm like, you know what? Again, I'll repeat it. Bad day in the woods is better than no day in the woods. So I sit, and it's pretty uneventful for a while, but then the woods kind of livened up, and I caught myself just watching the woodpeckers, the squirrels, of course. Had a weird encounter with a raccoon that climbed the tree and just stared at me face level about 6 feet away. He had no clue who I was. And then it was right at the end of shooting light, the last 10 minutes. I see some deer coming out in the far back corner over my left shoulder. Too far away for me to even tell what they are, but I see that they're coming out, and I think they might work down my field edge. And so they did. There's this little spike buck that you guys saw. Came right into my woods at 17 yards, and I watched him, and I didn't record it because I was afraid of spooking him away. And again, I don't have all the best camera gear. I'm literally pulling out my iPhone for all this right now, but he went right to that rub that I showed you in my second video and sniffed it, kind of put his antlers on it. I think realized that he was outmatched by whatever buck made that, and then turned around and creeped on past. And then with 2 minutes left to shooting light, I know I'm going to sound like old Grandpa Bill, who caught an 11-pound bass every time he went fishing, and one time killed that 18-point buck with just a spear. But I'm going to tell you anyway. I hung my bow back on the bow hanger, thinking that we're most likely done seeing anything. And I stand up, and I'm kind of stretching my back, and I think I hear a doe over to my right. So I'm looking, I'm getting my phone out to maybe get another little video clip. And then I hear some rustling to my left, and I look over, and the dude we're after was creeping right through my shooting lane, but did not stop, and then was past where I had no opportunity to shoot him. And I will say, he's nothing that the Seek One boys would hang up in their trophy room, but just like I've heard them say on a lot of their videos, we do this for the love of the outdoors, and that we're blessed with the opportunity to go out and do these things. But he would have been a great deer. I know my wife would have let me hang him in the living room, and he would have put meat in the freezer. So I blew that opportunity, but it was a ton of fun, and I'm sure I'm going to have another shot at him this year. It's still so early. It's October. It is 70 degrees here in Southern Illinois today. And so, I'm excited to get another shot at him, a better shot opportunity, and, to bring that deer home. Then on my way out, I busted up some other deer. Couldn't really tell what they were. I waited till it was as completely dark before I climbed down from my stand. But if you remember, I left my flashlight at home, so I wanted to get out there in a safe way. I have a pretty long trek back. I like to park far away and work my way in. So I had a long trek back. On the way out, like I said, busted up some more deer, and then had a weird encounter with the property owner's cattle. Some black heifers did not want me anywhere around them. One got a little aggressive, but like I said, Big Jeff Outdoors, I'm about as big as they are. So it ended up not escalating to that point, and they kept going, and I made it out. Hey, I was about to do a video wrap up, but before I do, we have an update on our skunk trap. So let's check this out. All right. I don't know if you can see it from here, but our skunk trap was effective. That skunk does not appear to be moving or noticing me, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Maybe he's self-dispatched. I'm not sure. We're gonna be very, very careful. If he is not dispatched, I'm gonna take care of that, then afterwards explain to you how I do it. Just because I don't want to turn my back on him to look at the camera and stuff. I want to give you guys an opportunity to check that out. But first, I'm gonna go grab my pole and give him a little nudge and see if he's up. Hey buddy. Hey, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. This is a mature skunk. It was going to be a little bit more difficult and aggressive to dispatch, but here we go. Say a prayer for me, okay? Hey, bud, you're okay. So they want to give you warning signs. How he started to lift his tail is the first warning sign. Turning it back to me is the second. So it may just take a couple attempts to get close enough to just reassure him that everything's okay, even though it's not okay. But once he calms down, gets settled back in, I'll approach again. Hey, bud. Hey. Hey, bud. Hey. Hey, Skunk. Hey, bud. 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 Hey, bud. All right, guys. So Skunk is dispatched. I didn't want to show you the process. It all went smoothly, but just in case it didn't, if you can see it, it's a real, well, it's a weird thing to say about an animal you just killed, but it's a real pretty skunk. Very minimal scent. Lots of times I do it odorlessly. This one got a little nervous. He's a mature skunk, let some out. I can't, sad thing is, as an NWCO, the state won't let me keep any of the fur, the essence, anything like that. I can't make any profit off of any of the animal. But we're gonna go ahead and get him disposed of and then get on our way. All right, everybody, that's it for this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Deer Quest 2024 is still 100% in full swing. And I've already started filming for the next video. And just so you guys know, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we actually put eyes on what may be one of our target bucks this year. So you don't want to miss that. Also coming up, I think we're gonna do some fall bass fishing. I've been really wanting to get out there, and I've actually been on my Onyx scouting out some abandoned farm ponds that I really want to check out, ponds that haven't been hit in who knows how long. And I want you guys to come along and do that with me. But before you leave, let's give you the verse that I want you to remember. And that verse comes from Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9, when God tells us, "My grace is all that you need, and my power is best when you are weak." So don't forget that.